Hello everyone and welcome back guys to week 4 of the LCR Formula 4 series, where today we're here at the Nurburgring. Now, you may be wondering why on earth this is just round 7 of the season. Now, these highlights would have been quite long at the end of the day, so I've had to do what I do with things like OMA and stuff like that and split this down into just each race. Obviously, it's only 2 races in LCR Formula 4, so it should be fairly simple nonetheless. But yeah, that's going to make it certainly interesting here tonight, because obviously, yeah, we're going to have 2 highlights videos, one today and then hopefully one tomorrow, as long as I remember to schedule everything correctly and everything like that. But yeah, heading on though into this week, we had luckily been able to build up quite an advantage. Now, that was basically because obviously CK and Welty didn't make it to last week's racing. Obviously, that just meant that we were going to have a much bigger advantage, but drop rounds, everything like that, it has brought it obviously closer than it was nonetheless though. But yeah, coming into this week, we were on 121 points to Welty's 63 and CK 60, ahead of Connor as well. ESR Amazed also on 60, and then LCR Apex, Typhon, Rosenquist, Fens, Wastel, and Boris there, with Sangyong leading the way, 181 points to Mclaren 70, Ford and Skoda 65, Lada on 60, and then Honda on 22 there. So we certainly had a good stead in both championships here, and hopefully coming into this week we can try and obviously further extend our lead at the top of the tables here. Welty once again unfortunately wasn't going to be here this week. I'm not too sure when he's going to be back, in all honesty. We haven't heard anything from him since pretty much just before Belgium. Obviously he confirmed, yeah, he wouldn't be able to race, and then yeah, since then obviously Nurburgring last week we heard nothing until basically, yeah, no, I think he might have popped something in the chat, I'm not too sure, but hopefully he's going to be back next week. CK is luckily back this week though, so hopefully we can try and, you know, help out Sangyong, Chungus, LCR, whatever you want to call it, the team in terms of points as well here. But through the final couple of corners of my fastest lap in qualifying and my only clean lap in qualifying there, we actually choked our first couple of laps of the session here. Out of the final corner and down towards the start-finish line, it is going to be a 2-minute 2.352 there, and that would be good enough for pole position ready for the race tonight. So that's 4 bonus points on the board straight away. That is really helpful there. Only 5 cars this week. Sorry, 6 cars even. It would be myself, CK, Typhon, Apex, Boris, and obviously Rosenquist as well there at the end of the day. But we're ready then for the first race of the night. We've got 16 laps ahead of us of this Nürburgring GP circuit. It's going to be about just over a 30-minute race there or thereabouts as well. So yeah, really going to be hopefully some good fun tonight between myself, CK, and then obviously Typhon as well. Apex, everyone was looking quite quick tonight. Hopefully we can have some good battles nonetheless. But we are then ready on the grid for the first race of the night, and we are going to be going out, I'm guessing, about 3:20 there or thereabouts. We'll wait and find out, and it's lights out, and yeah, it is 3:20, and away we go there, getting off to actually quite a decent start over CK there. Typhon's going to be able to get a good run in towards T1 there, but CK, he's going to go for the lunge into T1, and Forza thought that was an interesting lunge, so it even ghosted him for a split second there. He's going to whack on the throttle and completely run me off the road as we head through turn 2 there. But yeah, I'm sure CK wants to try and take home a couple of wins tonight to start closing back up in the title here, because obviously after the drop round last week, we have now got, you know, when you take drop rounds into effect, everything like that, we've got about a 30-point lead at the moment as we now cross over into the halfway stage of the season here. So yeah, hopefully we can try and further extend our advantage tonight. But yeah, we will wait and see as we head down through sector 2 here. You can see trying to get all over the back of CK here, having a look around the outside through the next couple of corners, trying to get the power down as we head down the hill here. What are we going to be able to do in comparison to CK here as we head down in towards the hairpin here? Who is going to come out on top in this situation there? We're going to still be on the inside, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. Hopefully the wheels don't lock like they tend to on project cars there. And we're still side by side on the exit of the hairpin there. Given the room, he's going to give me a bit of a squeeze though as we head up the hill there, and just going to get a little bit loose there. We're going to get forced out wide and have to bail out of that one there, and that means, yeah, CK now back up into the lead of the race though as we head through in towards the S section here. One of my favourite parts of this track. I forget how good the Nürburgring GP layout is at the end of the day. It's no Nordschleife, but it's certainly good fun as well at the end of the day there as we try to get the power down on the exit of the corner here. We're going to be all over the back of CK as we head down in towards the final chicane of the lap here. Are we going to be able to go for any moves? CK very defensive there. We're going to move back to the outside there. Pretty even on the brakes. We're going to try and go for a switchback move through the corners here. It can be a bit tricky to do so though, but CK lights up the rears there, so that's going to potentially open up a move. We bake down the inside there, move back over to the racing line in towards the apex there. And yeah, now we're going to be able to try and get down the power out of the final couple of corners there. And that's exactly what we've been able to do there. Getting quite good drive though, but CK once again with his next to no aero on that car. It's going to be difficult to try and match him as we head down in towards T1. Then we might try and think about going for a late lunge up the inside, but no, CK moves around in the braking zone there, not allowing us any opportunity up the inside as we head through the first couple of corners of lap 2 here. Right around the outside, perhaps. I'd certainly try and take that one if we can make it work there as we head down the hill here. Are we going to be able to hook it up? No, we are not. Just a little bit earlier on the brakes there. CK parks it through the corner here, and now we need to try and get the drive off the exit of the turn there. And are we going to be able to do so there? Running nice and wide on the exit, really utilising the track space as best as possible here. And we're almost going to be side by side as we head down in towards the next braking zone here. Are we going to be able to make this work? CK, no, gives us a squeeze out towards the grass there. Runs a little bit deep, does give us the room down the hill there, but we're not going to quite be able to get onto the power once again, and that's going to give CK the lead once again there. We've spent a lot of time side by side in the early stages of this race. As we head down in towards the next couple of corners though, we might try and have a look right around the outside there, but can't make anything work this time around. Yeah, CK is going to be able to hold on at the moment there. Doesn't quite get the best run off the exit of the corner there. We have to lift so we don't end up getting stuck to each other and forced out into the gravel trap there, but we do get quite good run off the exit of the Schumacher S here as we head up towards the top of the hill there, forcing CK defensive once again. They're getting very, very late on the brakes there, but just clipping the AstroTurf there. That's not going to give us the best run through the first part there, and now we need to try and go for a switchback move on the exit there. Nice and early on the power there. We did take out a little bit of time from CK, but he actually got a really good run out of that corner there. And as we now head on towards the end of lap 4 here, all over the back of CK once again, as we head in towards the final couple of corners of this lap though. We're really still just trying to apply the pressure at the moment here. You know, CK was hanging on very, very well though. That low downforce was really, really working for him at the moment. As we head out of the final couple of corners though, we're going to be able to get a tremendous drive at that final turn once again here. Are we going to be able to have a look up the inside perhaps in towards T1 here? It's a 2:03.3 by PB in the race so far there. As we look up the inside in towards T1, he just about gives us the room through the corner there. There's a bollard on the track as well that we tried to get the power down through T1 there, and CK is going to be able to hold it up the inside there. We might be able to hook it right around the outside, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact as we head down the hill though, and CK once again just trying to park it on the apex there. We're going to try a different strategy this time around there. Hold it around the outside, it moves to the inside there. We tried to get the power down on the exit of the corner there. We're still side by side as we head out of the first little complex here, and we're going to be side by side down in towards the next S section here, as trying to keep the power around the outside there. It moves to the inside for the next spot here. We need to get good drive off the exit of the corner there, and that's exactly what we've done this time around there. We're going to be able to get most of the car in front as we head down the hill here. This is probably one of the best opportunities I've had so far in this race to make the overtake work there. CK though, once again, is going to try and hold it around the outside there. We get nice and early on the power there, get the car fully in front there, and now we can utilise the full track width as we head back up the hill here. Are we going to be able to hold it nice and tidily through the Schumacher S? It is just not quite flat out there, and CK, I think, no, hasn't quite got a slightly better run than I was anticipating there. So yeah, we are now finally up into the lead of this racer after losing it off the start there. But CK, I don't think he's done just yet though. No, he is not. He tries to have a look back up the inside through the next couple of corners there, but can't make it work this time round. And yeah, we are now back up into hopefully the lead. Maybe he's going to go for another lunge. We will wait and see as we head down in towards the final chicane here. One of the best braking zones on the track to go for a move there. He's actually going to go for the bait and switch in towards the chicane there. We hook it up right around the outside. We just get stuck together there. Wheel to wing contact there, and that's going to just glue us together. And luckily for me, we do come out ahead in that little situation there. CK's, oh no, I thought he was diving into the pit lane there, but he goes for a very, very late lunge in towards the final couple of corners. But yeah, now we would hold on into the lead of the race there. And over the next couple of laps though, CK would actually dive it into the pit lane there. Not too sure what happened to him, but he would actually lose out a fair bit of time, and that really worked out nicely for myself as well, because once we had that fresh air and, you know, not a car trying to lunge it up the inside at any given opportunity, it certainly meant that, you know, we could just open up, you know, stretch our legs, open up the pace, everything like that, and really try and build up a little bit of a margin here. As we did dive it into the pits quite late in this race here, just a few laps to go, we would try and, you know, really just focus on making sure we got the overcut on everyone. Obviously, undercuts aren't really a thing on Forza, nor is the overcut, I'll be honest with you, but just, you know, I felt we had some good pace in the car, so we were just going to try and utilise the clear air as best as possible there. As coming down the pit lane once again, you can see where is Typhon and CK on the mini-map here. Surely they're going to pop up in just a moment. There is Typhon, and there is CK, perhaps? Yeah, there we go. Just popping onto the screens there. But we do come out the pit lane, though, with a good, healthy advantage, actually. After all of that, there you can see we've got, what, about 8-second margin, I'd say, there or thereabouts, as we completely understeer in towards turn 1 there. Cold tyres, yeah, we certainly lacked on that one there. And yeah, I think we're going to have a good sort of 10-second margin over CK and Typhon here as we head through the first couple of corners, though, of lap 13 here. And yeah, that would be all she'd write in the first race of the night, though. Like I said, a very, very action-packed race. Race 2 is very much the same as well here, so hopefully you guys do stick around for those highlights as well. But through the final couple of corners, though, of the first race of the night here from the Nurburgring GP circuit, it is going to be the win, and yeah, that is going to be the full 25 points there as well. I'm pretty certain we did get the fastest lap as well, so maximum points so far after the opening race of the evening there. It would be CK in P2, though, after picking up a little bit of engine damage ahead of Typhon, Apex, Rosenquist, and Boris there in P6. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Do get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well and you don't want to see more Forza content on the channel. And yeah, that'll do us for this video then, and I will hopefully see you guys next time for another video.